What's going on?
Hey
Good
guys.
evening. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Uh huh.
Well, someone's missing. What the hell? There's a
Yeah.
square missing. It's like
There's always
Hollywood Square.
Emergency balloon crisis or something. I don't know.
Ah,
Probably got a little breeze in his balloon. He had to go let it out.
yeah.
now a little bit of breeze. He's like, "Oh shit, time to go fly,"
Hmm.
or he's
Well,
beaconing APRS. One of the two.
we'll still have a good show.
Yeah.
We'll have a good show. I told everyone before, guys, before the show started, I got a list
You know what that looks
because
like?
4-hour night. Here we go.
no,
Looks
this is not.
like that that Bitcoin map.
From Kyle, the famous map of treasure, the lost treasure.
Yeah.
The lost. No, it was just stuff that I thought might be interesting to talk about, whether it's 2 seconds or 20 minutes. So why don't I go last and I'll just get into it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
No, Jody, it's not a rant. They are observations.
It's the club minutes.
The club minutes.
For banners.
Steve, go first.
I got nothing.
Hey, dude. Tell them about the sour look you had on your face before we went live.
Yeah, really. Tell them how you told me I was number one.
Yeah. Well, I came home from my recent trip and my computer was completely blue screened, so I had to completely reload everything. New hard drive. So my shit is all screwed up.
But it works and you're here.
Yep. Go with a
Okay,
count.
but
echo
hang
in the
on.
room.
I'm an appliance operator when it comes to this computer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm sure there are multiple things that can cause a blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
But while you
yeah.
were away, was it being used remotely by somebody? And were the cats and the dogs doing things? Were they googling something that they weren't supposed to?
Windows update.
Oh, well, how the hell's a Windows? How the hell's a Windows update blue screen you like brick you? That's a brick.
It don't. If you'll pay attention, he's been bitching a little here and a little there. This has been coming. This has been coming. He's just ignored the problem.
Probably.
What was the problem then, Joe? That you haven't had any updates?
Oh God, no. I keep the updates going, but yes, wind blows.
Like,
and the guys are right. That's my problem. I know.
Your computer's like your heart. It's only got so many turn-ons and turn-offs, and
I never shut it off.
Clickety and clacks.
I don't know. You talk to the old guys in the rest home. They still get turn-ons. It may take a little bit longer to get the engine running.
I said that because a guy said that to me one time. He comes up to my lab and I have to turn all the computers on. He's like, I never cut mine off. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's probably why you're coming to use mine. When you turn the computer off, it clears the cache and everything else, kind of cleans it up a little bit.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like going to sleep at night and getting a little reset, or falling asleep in the chair at the campground, getting a reset.
Yep.
Well, I have learned watching you guys now for many, many years. You guys and so many other YouTubers. There is a bigger debate, I think, between Windows, Linux, and Apple versus what's the best antenna, what's the best Toroid, what's the best tuner, what's the best radio. I mean, we've gone past the Chevy versus Ford versus Dodge and Toyota conversations. I mean, sometimes you guys go deep into this shit. Like I was watching Jason's show on Sunday. He had Tank and the other Jason, ACK, and they were talking about this Android system that you put on for some level of security. And my God, the comments were absolutely were crazy. And of course, I'm just a guy who I think I'm being careful with my shit. I hope I know I'm being careful, but I believe so.
I got to say, Tom L says like a PC with a prostate problem. Yeah, there's Steve's got. And also Gray Man Eagle Eyes here has pointed out in the chat. I'm sitting there wondering, like, why Steve got his accordion wall on the opposite side tonight?
Oh yeah, Steve, what you move everything around? What the hell? I spy.
Flipped your room around, man.
Did I?
Yeah.
Your Windows did.
So that's why your Windows computer, because it's all messed up. It's like, where are we?
What's fun about this, though, Steve, while you're in this mode, you can actually point to the side of the screen that you intended to point to. Try
that
it.
side.
See?
Whoa. What do you mean? You wanted to go to your left shoulder?
The problem with that is all the words is backwards. See the best, the T-Sib on his shirt?
Oh.
Yeah, because I actually tried that before the show. Oh my God.
What the hell? Don't be getting kinky on us now.
Oh,
horizontal flip. Well, hello.
Yeah,
Steve?
what's that all about?
Yeah.
What the hell's that all about?
Hang on.
Oh, that's on the vertical chat. Somebody didn't turn subscribers on.
Got it.
Joe, what kind of koozie is that?
Toyota.
Oh.
Toyota cares. That answer your question?
So Steve has nothing going on except for a brick computer, or a potential brick.
Well,
no, he replenished it.
I'm fixing it slowly.
Did you talk nice to it? I'll take you out for dinner.
No.
I'll buy you pizza.
Hard drive.
What hard drive? Well, yeah, that hard drive usually works one way or another. Joe, what about you?
Man, what about me?
Fireworks in Mississippi over the weekend?
We did see some. So we got the camper out finally for the first time this weekend, and got to leave work early Thursday afternoon, hook up to the camper and head to the campsite. Got set up and realized that I didn't our tankless water heater on the camper did not survive the ice storm.
Oh no.
Yeah, had water going everywhere inside and out. So
gotta replace that before Huntsville.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe using the bathhouse with the rest of you lads. So
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I may wait for MRD to hit the bathhouse and go in there, hang out a little bit, but
who would you want
RD to go in there? You might want to wait a little.
Don't ask who would you want in the bathhouse.
No. I mean in the separate stalls. But who would you? Okay, let's play it this way then. Without mentioning names and hurting feelings one way or another, are there 3 to 6 people that we all know that you would not want to be in general population with? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna have your walls, you're gonna have your privacy, but you know the
noted, Mike.
The nose senses will be put to the test, which you eventually taste, because your nose, your mouth, your mouth tastes smell. So
yeah, you didn't have to go that far with it, but
well, I'll just say though,
anyhow.
You give your wife roses, you could taste the roses. You give your wife flowers, you could, not only does it smell nice if it's a nice flower, you could taste it.
Oh.
You go into these bathhouses, you know what's going to happen.
Hey now.
So are there 3 to 6 people that you can think of besides Mike who just said don't go in after or with him?
Oh, man, my heart just got warm though. I see Mike actually said I could borrow his bidet. Mike's in rare form tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, look who's in the chat.
Who's in the chat?
Oh.
Is he really?
Guy.
Workshop? Well, if you're worried about what we're talking about, why don't you come on here and tell us?
No.
Or why don't you ask
Let it
personally?
podcast.
Oh,
So, anyways,
It's
so
fine.
I had to adapt and overcome this issue, right? So we hadn't stayed at this particular part of this lake. We've stayed at this lake a few times, but not this particular campground area. And it is a little bit further off the path than the rest of the main ones. And so yeah, it was like an hour drive to go get a little coupler at the Lowe's, and went and got that and bypassed the water heater. And I got a little creative. I thought a little bit. You know, it's 100 degrees in Mississippi this weekend. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got no hot water heater now. No water heater now to make my water hot. And so I come up with a brilliant idea. I will fill the freshwater tank up and let the ambient air warm the freshwater tank. And that worked out pretty good. It's kind of like when you first open the pool for the season. It's still a little cool, but once you get in the pool, it's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it was.
Did you do the toe test? Wait, Shimmy. Did you do the toe test? Did you put your toe in the water?
Just jump straight in, man.
You just jump cannonball.
Yeah.
Shrinkage.
Except for the last day, I forgot that I had the city water hooked up, and
that's always cold. And that's
it was coming out the faucet.
That's shrinkage.
It was a very short freshen up session. And then besides that, so yeah, you mentioned fireworks. So I didn't think the view was the best view I've seen at a campground of the lake. It was kind of like Monte Sano. You had these little spots in the trees that you could see through. But turned out when the fireworks started going, we could see like 4 or 5 different firework displays off in the distance, some a little closer than others. So that was neat. And so yeah, then we come back home. Before we left to go camping, you know, my saga about this DX10 that I've been repairing on. Got it working, except for the power button. It stays on all the time unless you pull the plug. And then I'd ordered all this stuff. I mentioned last week I'd ordered all this cables and hubs and everything so I could connect them all by USB and make me a little program to control them. So I realized that the USB was shot on it. So I ordered the new USB controller circuit to go on the board. Easy peasy, right? A little hot air machine. Take the old one off, put the new one on.
Hot swap.
We're past 30 seconds. So dumbass me foobarred that up. So the DX10 will not have a USB port.
Oh no.
That works. So if anybody happens to have a DX10 that's got like a busted face on it or something, I'm looking for another busted DX10, but maybe not lightning strike because it's going to be the same thing as what I got now. Yeah, so I'm going to have a new board to fix that problem, because as I'm using the hot air, dummy me is a little hasty in getting this fixed, thinking it's going to be a quick swap. So I got my tweezers, got my hot air, and I'm constantly pulling up on the chip, a little upward pressure there for when it releases. Well, when it releases, there's 6 little bitty fingers around all 4 sides of this chip. And about 60% of the solder pads come off the circuit board with the chip.
Oh.
So I spent the next like 4 or 5 hours trying to use some 40 gauge wire to make my own traces.
Right.
And they're so close together, even with the little precision soldering tip that I've got, that I'd get 1 or 2 wires onto the circuit, and when I go get that other one, it would heat the other ones up, and they would fall back off. And I finally just said to hell with it. So it's just going to be like my Poto radio now. So I'll take it, not hooked to a computer. It's got great, filtering and stuff. And I'll have to say, thank you, Eric. I have to say, having it here in the shack, and I got it on a switcher with my wire antenna.
Mm-hmm.
Well, vertical and wire antenna because I dual receive. But anyway, I'm an ICOM guy. All right, I love my ICOM, but damn it, that DX10 will receive, baby. I could flip back over to 7300 and couldn't hear the station that I was listening to on the DX10.
And this is an exact hot swap, same cable, same antenna, everything's equal across the board.
Same jumper cables, brand new. Same.
And maybe you have a problem with your 7300.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with 7300. It's just older. It's older technology. The DX10 is newer than the 7300, and it's got the filtering. So, in my short experience with it, it can pull signals further down in the noise than my 7300.
But when you do that, all right, okay. But when you do that, are you attenuating? Are you notching out stuff on both sides so you can really just hear just that signal?
I could, but it's really just using the, what's that called? The DNR, DSP.
Yeah, the digital processing.
Yeah, the
DSP.
digital processing. Yeah, it's the only button I'm pushing. Now, I have to say, I'm kind of the notch and the width and junk on that thing is, well, what is the count/app? APF button, whatever that stands for. It's like a rounded notch, but you can engage that and the fine notch. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can do some filtering with that thing. So, which diehard ICOM folks that may use the filtering a little bit more aggressively than I do said you can achieve the same thing with the RF gain and notches too. So, would you still be able to use the data port and the DigiRig? No. There's no data going through the USB port.
No, not the USB port. But
the data port. You know, I seen that when I was putting it back together, and I'm going to have to explore that a little bit.
Joe just had an epiphany.
I saw the light bulb come on.
I did too.
Because you
Kyle's
say
right.
that. I'll have to look for it. You say that. My old Kenwood TS440, the data port on the back of it, I think it's the same plug. So I've got one of those to USB. Hey, baby.
There's Kyle.
Hey.
Hey.
I just
looking at
realized
the wrong screen.
Why don't we just add him? Well, I mean, what the hell is it? I mean, he's family. It's not like we have to
I want to make sure
keep him on. No, we'll have to keep him on the back porch.
I've been knocking at the door for 20 minutes, and you guys wouldn't let me in. Secret society going on here.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
You're this big camper guy now. Congratulations. I've been
thanks that I've achieved that.
I've been paying attention to Square Drop, man, and you have recently gone from what 200 to 300 views on a video to thousands. You have caught your traction on that channel finally, and I'm happy to see it. It takes a minute.
Thanks. Yeah, it's exciting whenever people are engaging and watch your video. So.
Yeah, right.
It's great.
Well, I like it from the pure entertainment factor. I'm not here to really look because I don't have a Square Drop. Would I like one? Yes. It's just not going to happen. Probably anytime soon. Maybe never. But you are one of those creators. I probably got about 8 to 12 channels I watch that I really just enjoy watching. I say that very, very sincerely. It's fun to watch your adventures. So
I have the same thing too. I have my ham radio channels that I watch religiously, and I have my outdoors channels, and a lot of the outdoor channels that I watch time and time again, I'm just sitting on my couch experiencing everything that they're doing through them, right? And
right.
What I wanted to, it started out as I'm going to share my experiences with this new camper, and then it grew into I'm going to just take you out on the road and just document my experiences. So, it's been fun. It's almost turned into I've gotten down to the point now where I've got so much video. Like I will literally do like a walk and talk, and I'll complain. Everyone loves a complainer. and I'll complain about, the reservation system with camping, and I'll just do a walk and talk. And yeah, Kyle rants. Here we
Well,
go.
Kyle, you made a good point in one recently. The one ways when you went around the park were not conducive to backing. You think it would have been the other way around. And you know something? I'm like, that's a genius there. Who did that? And is it a rant? Yeah, maybe, but you were right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just go out and be myself, and people seem to like some of the rants and my dry humor. So, yeah, it's the channel's been doing well, which is great.
I've got a few, and Noelle hates it. I don't know why she don't like it, but I've got a few.
What does she not like? You mean you doing videos about RVing?
No.
Oh.
No. I did a couple of those that's never made it to the computer, but.
Oh. What else are you guys recording that you're not putting out on YouTube?
Yeah, all the things.
Kids are
Chicka bow wow.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I got a few like RV channels that I watch. They put out every like Wednesday or Monday or something, and that's my routine for that night.
Yeah.
But you talking about just being yourself. That's the ones that, like, I forget what they're called. There's these two women from Canada that just built a house in Mexico. They're just real, and it's just fun to watch them build their homes and stuff. But so that's this. But this one channel that I watch, I find myself fast forwarding through when his wife starts talking, because she still has that YouTuber voice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's sit down like we're at the coffee shop or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just like we're talking now. But,
There you go, boys. I just copied it. I just put it on. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
I just threw it on there. So everybody, when you're done here, go over there, like it, subscribe it, get the notifications.
right click it, pop it open in a new window, and go
Yeah.
ahead and subscribe.
Ron says Noelle doesn't like JB doing videos about Kyle. Noelle loves some Kyle. Like, I have to apologize sometimes to Kyle in advance when I know she's coming along. So
Everyone likes Noelle. There's not one person who doesn't like her. Is she? Are we able to? Is she coming to Huntsville?
So she, last year she kind of came on her own schedule, and
right.
She's kind of planning on doing that this year too. But she mentioned showing up Saturday, and I'm like, it's a day late.
That's a day late.
Kyle really needs you on Friday.
I was just going to say, I thought kitchen duty was on Fridays.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tell her that she needs to report to duty at 10 a.m.
I will give her the reminder.
She's the star of the show.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks to Steve. Got her own apron now.
Got her own apron. She'll have the big black stone again.
It's hilarious when she's through cooking. Like the amount of grease.
Oh, yeah.
She's just covered in grease. It's like she just went to the spa and somebody just oiled her up.
I don't know if it's that attractive, but yeah, and that's see, she's gonna have to hit the bathhouse, I guess, in Huntsville. Yeah. That was what I was getting to, Kyle. Did you hear about my mishap on my camper as you was coming?
No. What happened?
So
give me the 30-second.
30 seconds can't happen in Mississippi, buddy. Sorry, but I'll give you the 45-second. Took the camper out first time this year. Hooked the water up. Realized the tankless water heater did not survive the ice storm. Although I winterized and blew the lines out with air, evidently I didn't do it good enough. So I've got multiple breaks in the copper pipes. So
yeah, I
need a video where you're replacing one of those.
I got one right over here that I bought from another guy on Facebook Marketplace for $100, brand new. Same one as mine, but yeah. Those tankless water heaters, one, they're not made for RVs, right? They're not made to bounce up and down. And two, if you like get any type of water and you don't get that thing clean at the end of the year, forget about it. You might just go ahead and buy another one. The
But
tankless
why?
water
Is
heaters
there
were
debris?
great.
Is there debris going? But it's water though, right?
No. What happens? Yeah, what happens is there's like all of these. The internet is a series of tubes. There's a series of tubes, right? That all of the water flows through, and then it gets heated up in the process. If you have any water left in those tubes and it freezes, it just those tubes are so small, right? Okay. And you could just get a fraction of a piece of water in there, and it just bolts out that tube, and then the thing's leaking all over the place. But mine has a constant leak. It still works, but if I put pressure on it, there's a constant drip out of the bottom of it. So I kind of lived with it for a season, but now I'm gonna replace it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be replacing mine too. But
yeah. I mean, they're great, but I don't think that they're. Yeah, Jody's got water heaters are not Baywatch approved on RVs. Yeah, I mean, they're just. I don't know if they're new technology, but they're just a little fragile.
And Ronnie says PEX for the win. Well, yeah, everything in the camper's PEX except you can't put a propane flame to PEX to heat the water up.
Well, you can.
You can. Yeah. But so yeah, and that's the thing, Kyle. It's like you read the instruction manual, it's like don't run your RV antifreeze through it when you winterize. And use compressed air. Well, I had all my low point drains wide open. I had all the faucets in the camper wide open, so all this airflow could go wherever it needed to go. Water could go out wherever it needed to go out. And use the compressed air and all, it still didn't work.
Doesn't matter how much air you blow into that sucker, it's still gonna.
Ain't that something?
You can get that thing as bloated as you want. It's still gonna break on it. It's still gonna poop on you.
I wonder if you could put a vacuum on
it. Probably could, yeah.
Can the hoses be taken
like
off?
Meter Maid, she's gone from suck to blow. She's gone from
yeah, Spaceballs.
She's gone from blow to suck.
Yeah, Spaceballs always works.
That's a good idea. Hook a shop vac up to it and just let her mega made it.
Mega made it.
I was thinking
that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah,
one of the vacuums that you'd use for like AC refrigerant.
Yeah. Everyone loves a good Hoover. Every RV needs a good Hoover.
That too.
But anyway, the RV, never mind the dog.
Pixie.
The RV channel is doing well. So I'm having a lot of fun making videos. I got a little stagnant on ham radio channels. To tell you the truth, to come clean with everyone.
It's okay.
I did a whole bunch of series. I did a CW series. I did we used to play trivia. I used to stream on Thursday night. A whole bunch of stuff. Released a video once a week, and thought that some of those series were going to have a lot more traction than they did, and they just really didn't take off like I expected them to, and got a little discouraged and was like, what's the point? And then I took some time off and then started this RV channel, and it's been doing well, so I've been enjoying it. So I've been putting time and effort into the RV channel. I still have YouTube, or I still do videos on my AA0Z channel. I actually recorded one today that I'm going to release on Sunday. But I've just been concentrating on the RV channel.
Nice.
Well, it's
nice.
Seen.
It's nice whenever you get engagement. People actually, you're getting comments, and people are saying, "Hey, glad that you're making these videos," and it's encouraging.
What was it with trivia? Was it the questions? Because I know for a while there we were all trying to supply you with questions. Was it the questions, the prep work?
It was the prep work. I mean, you wouldn't think that creating new, unique questions and researching answers would take a lot of time, but it takes some time. It doesn't take a lot, but whenever you do 4 rounds and you're trying to come up with 40 questions, every month, it got to be a grind. There was a couple of times where, if you guys went back and took a look at some of the questions towards the end of the run,
Right.
I was reusing questions from month 1 and month 3 and month 4.
And we still probably got them wrong too.
Yeah. Mike says, but now there's AI. But yes, you could probably. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, Mike, I was putting some stuff into Gemini. Granted, this was a year ago. Actually, probably longer than a year ago. It's probably a couple of years ago. And I'm sure that it's better. But the problem was you had to teach it restrictions. Like it would come up with some doozies, but then also it would create some easy questions with wrong answers, which is the work. Yeah, it's even more work. And it's even more embarrassing whenever I put it up on the screen and people are sending me emails citing, Wikipedia.
Oh, they're getting pissed too, man.
Wikipedia.
Oh my God.
I was just going to say.
Out of all of the series that I've done, I got so much hate mail from that series.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, yeah.
I was going to say, well, now we can just start using the question pool.
I personally love trivia. I personally loved it.
I always thought it was a damn sham anyway. I mean, my feelings ain't hurt that you're not doing it. My feelings would get hurt when you did do it, because I would either get to the podium or right there at it, miss one damn question, and the whole game's shot for me. I'll never catch back up.
Well, here's the thing, Kyle, am I right? You not only did you have to get the answer right, you had to get it was a speed, it was a timing issue. It was a timing issue.
Yeah, so if the game was based on, obviously, one, you had the lag of the internet, which was an issue, right? But then also you had, if you were playing on your device or your computer, you probably saw the question before I announced it over the air, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the one guy wrote me literally this dissertation about how he has to watch the YouTube channel on mute because him reading the question and then me coming in 5 seconds later and reading it back to him screwed him up. And that was like a life issue for him. Right?
Oh my God, poor man.
So he would have his button, he'd have his tablet out, and he even took a picture and sent it to me. He had his tablet out, and then he also was pushing the mute button on the YouTube channel because he wanted to hear the banter afterwards, but he didn't want me to read the question over YouTube. And I'm like, dude, you are putting way too much work into this.
Because he wanted to get on the podium. It's See, everyone turns fun into a contest. And that's part of my rant tonight later on.
And then trying to think of a funny username and that I want Kyle to go, ha, look at that. And a lot of times I choose something and he would never even read it. And I'm like, why do I even try?
Well, the Cahoots app, I think the Cahoots app helped us. But again, it's a timing issue. Mm-hmm. And me, it was for fun. I didn't give a shit. Who cares? But you know how some competitive people are. And I don't care if it's picking daisies to DX and contesting and whatever. Cahoots turned into be a real competitive. Surprised you didn't get any death threats. Which I'm glad you didn't. But for crying out loud, I'm gonna come to your house and kick your ass, Kyle.
Yeah. There were some people that were angry about questions, and then they'd send me like Wikipedia stuff. I said. So it was, people take that trivia to heart, and they'd also, one guy. Oh yeah. There was this one guy, and he emailed me twice. And the second time he emailed, I knew that he was a psychopath. But the first time, he said, I'm trying to press the answers, and they're not going into your system fast enough. Can you take a look at it for me? And I'm like, dude, I don't have any control over your internet.
No,
I don't have any control over the game.
You told everybody you know Node-RED. See, you came off as this genius, which you are, but everyone took it like doctor. You know, you're going to save everybody from cancer. You know what I'm saying? You're going to save all the women from breast cancer and prostate. Kyle, you're a genius. This is what happens when you come on YouTube and you show your genius.
I don't know about that, but
well, listen, Kyle. Listen, we all know the one guy or lady who comes into our home to play a simple board game, card game, who get very upset within like in 45 minutes to an hour, and they want to destroy your whole house or destroy the table. You know that. We all have that one or two, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You get on the YouTube, and now it's even worse. So,
yeah, Jody's correct. The show where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Yep.
That's how it should be. Well, that's how it started. Because there were no prizes at the end. It was just a fun.
Yeah, it's all for it's just for bragging rights.
Fun stuff. Everyone forgot about having fun. I missed it. So.
Well, thank you, Izzo. There were some times where, you know, we would get 100 people playing, which is a ton.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna, like, you know, break the system, or the system was gonna be like, sorry, you can't have any more people on it. But but you know, also I did it on Friday night, which probably was not the best night to stream on. People are, you know, out doing stuff. But yeah, I don't know. All of that stuff is still in the hopper, right? It can always come back.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you notice, you could. And Seth, timeout. Tef, thank you for joining us. Continue. Let's make it 20 months. Let's make it 20 years.
Thank you for the 2 months, is what he's trying to say, Seth.
Right. I have noticed that something is always on YouTube for us to watch, ham radio related, and when it's not, I get kind of bored. But then I'm like, dummy, you have all these other, you know, subscribing channels that you have on. Go see what's going on. You know, so, but almost every night now can be just as popular. I used to think the same thing too. I used to say, stay away from Friday nights. Friday night is date night. One way with a wife, your gumar, your girlfriend. What, it didn't make a difference. Friends, go bowling, whatever.
What?
Gumar. A gumar. You're not Italian.
No, I'm sorry. Just you.
All right.
I thought he was calling
anyway, what I'm saying is Friday nights used to be the taboo night of don't do anything, don't go live, because you're not going to get any steam out of it. Now it's just the opposite.
Yep.
Now it's Jody's got your back, Kyle.
Oh, here we go. Look at this, 300. He'll go 300s real fast.
Mostly correct.
Mostly
accurate. I like that.
Well,
that was my issue.
Jody gave us the question, so
that was my issue. Is a lot of times they were mostly correct. Yeah, the amount of complaints that I got from that series was was staggering.
Hey, Kim, she's another one. Kim has been doing some live streaming on 20 meters and 6 meters. She's trying something new out there. Go check out her channel, you guys.
Who is this ham radio lady? I don't think I'm subscribed to her.
Oh,
I think I got this right. K6YYL. Is that right? Is that yeah. There's 2 ladies I hear all the time, and I know Kim's one of them, and then I think that's your call.
Ham radio lady.
Well, she says yes. You got it right, Joe.
Hey, look there.
John, congrats on just getting all 13 of the 13 colonies.
Excellent.
I'm not seeing that channel.
Hold on. I got you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, gotcha. All right, I got it.
There you go.
There.
She does some, and she's a camper too. She's a camper. Her and her husband. They're campers.
Nice.
Talking about being, I haven't shared this with you, Kyle, I don't think, but my parents their mind was blown. they're retired now, so they get to go camping during the week and whenever they want and however long they want, living the life. And, well, they come back from camping, I guess it was sometime late last year. And they're like, man, y'all should have been there. Like, we've never seen, the campground was full and all of it was little campers. And they was describing them to me and everything. And I'm like, I think that was a hiker convention y'all saw. And, cause I pulled a picture up of a hiker camper and they're like, yeah, every one of them was that. They were everywhere. Hundreds of them.
Yeah. We just had one in Missouri. I just organized one for Missouri. We had 15 first year. Wasn't bad, but there's Matt and Wendy from MWD Adventures. They put on the biggest one. There's hundreds of campers. And this year they're going up to Wisconsin. I forgot the state park, but I'll be in Wisconsin in September. It's crazy whenever they all like. It's funny, the front desk people or the people checking people in, they see one, they see a second one, they see third, and it's like, oh, a bunch of friends just going to hang out for the weekend. And then number 50th rolls in and they're just like, something's going on here. Like, no shit.
Well, so Kyle, let me tell you a little story here. And Steve knows who I'm talking about, Uncle Scotty. Uncle Scotty bought the Teardrop back in 2002, I think it was 2003. And I know that's a separate type versus yours, but I said, it's a novelty. I didn't realize, man, I ate my words because a few years later, we were traveling through either Ohio or Indiana and one of their manufacturing plants was there. And they had maybe about 2 acres of these sitting in parking lots ready to roll out. It was the sea of teardrops. And it was it's just an absolute, and there's clubs all over the United States. And this man loves his teardrop. He is, matter of fact, he used it up at the North Shore, up just north of Boston here for field day. And he cooks out of it and this and that. It's definitely, it's sort of like the Volkswagen Beetle craze. That just, people, you either love them or you didn't. And if the guys who love them, they embrace them and it keeps the legacy going. And I think that's what's nice about them.
I just think it's a step up from tent camping. You're still outdoors. You're still, kind of braving the elements to a certain extent, but you're just up off that ground and you got a nice place to sleep if it, decides to pour down on you. So,
well, it's different from a pop-up, obviously, and pop-ups have their pros and cons. But I think I'd rather have one of your designs if I had to do something. I think mine is just a whole. I want some elbow room. Like I watched Mike and Mike's adventures of him buying,
Mike's teardrop is literally like a bathroom. Like it is just. Like, I think my bathroom is bigger than his teardrop.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how he gets himself pushed in. I mean, he must lube himself up and just like throw himself in because, that thing is small.
Roly-poly, man.
Roly-poly.
Well, Steve, what do you think? How do you think Uncle Scotty gets in and out? Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Very carefully. But anyway.
Hey, am I stealing your thunder? Can we talk about 13 colonies?
I was just going to say, I'm looking at my list, and I have a whole bunch of comments on 13 colonies, but you first is...
I love 13 colonies. It's my favorite thing. I got a late start on it. I didn't start until Saturday, and got the clean sweep this morning.
Nice.
I got a bone to pick with K2K and K2J. Where the F are you?
In the noise.
K2J is on 14082 right now.
It's a little late there, buddy.
What's that, New Hampshire? Is that New Hampshire? Because I was waiting for him to come over to... I was waiting for him to come to 40 meters. I can't work him on 20.
I spent 3 days in front of that freaking cluster looking for K2K. Couldn't find him.
K2K I still haven't seen. K2L is on 21074.
What do I need? I got my list over here.
I got most of mine on CW. I know that some of you guys don't know CW. but that's where you can get a good reader and get them on CW. But I would say, let me take a look. The only ones that I got on single sideband, well, okay, I take that back. K2C. Oh, I did get K2K on single sideband, K2F and K2G. Oh, the guy K2G, the guy from Georgia. Bless his heart.
on CW?
He was no. It was on single sideband. If you go back and look at my live stream for trying to get him, he was running numbers, not really working the pileup that well. I mean, he was on his own time, and people were just getting annoyed. And just let him go.
A lot of people, this is the first, I've been doing 13 colonies for a long time, and I love it. Like everyone else, I really, really love it. And whether I start at the beginning or like I'm missing right now E and K, and if I can hit them after the stream, if I hit them, I hit them. Who cares, right? But I will tell you, the Gulf Bravo 13 COL station, guys were getting angry at him for running the numbers. And why don't you start with 5?
Everybody hates it. Everybody hates it.
And, the biggest thing that I don't like is those who are not listening to the activator. I don't like that. It turns me off, and it really tries my patience that this is a fun event. You're turning it into such a hardcore. It's not like you're getting any money. These guys are working their asses. The guys in the back room who got to process all these logs and do everything else, they're not getting paid for this stuff. But you got these guys who are just saying their call sign 5 times. The activator is acknowledging somebody else, and they're still giving out their call sign. It's like, come on, what happened to etiquette here? Come on. This is not our first day. This is not our first day, our first week of doing this stuff.
It is. Some of the pileups are crazy. It's great. I love just turning on the radio at work and just listen to the shit show happen.
And this is where you hope the new hams are really not listening sometimes, because I don't want people to get turned away thinking this is how it always is.
Yeah.
But it's just starting to be a trend now. And I don't know if people are just getting angry or more competitive. I kind of saw it with Field Day a little bit. That's why I always say Winter Field Day is one of my favorites. Winter Field Day is by far my favorite, besides Everyday POTA. Many QSO parties I like, but I don't know why 13 Colonies has to get so. I mean, you think guys are going to go out there with swords and fight each other? What, Joe? What's the psychology of it?
It's the discipline, man. Ever since they took away code, the discipline is going downhill, man.
Maybe you don't have this problem with CW and FT8, right? Because you can't yell on FT8 at the guy, at everyone else. But
everybody's 0 beats, and it's like just one big DAW. I mean, it happens in CW too, just at a different level. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Can you guys do a poll on StreamYard here?
You know how to do that, Steve?
Yeah.
Steve?
I gotta flip over to the other.
Like, it's funny because I run my personal channel chat window.
Oh.
So.
Can we do a poll on if people like whenever activators run numbers?
No.
I want to see what the ratio is.
When I come across stations running by numbers, if I'm really wanting them in the log, sometimes like 13 Colonies, you sit there and listen for a little bit, and then you can time the 1s and the 2s and the 4s, the 3s. You can time those to where you can actually spin the dial and come back and they're on 5s,
Right.
Well, it doesn't work whenever he skips a 0 whenever he's in Georgia. I'm like, 0 is a number.
No, it's 0.
Kyle, we all know you can't tell an activator how to do it, but
0 has no value.
I think as a suggestion, if they were going to run the numbers, and I've done it on my POTAV activations before in the past, I don't do it a lot, But I will tell you, I try to go anywhere from 5 to 8. That's my magic number, and then I'm moving on because I want to keep the numbers get to a fat. Maybe that's a fast way, or is it not? I don't know. I just think a good activator can really slow it down, but also have its own speed to it.
Imagine if they did random numbers.
That's even worse.
People would lose their shit.
Oh yeah.
Call it sevens now. Wait a minute, what happened to 6?
Going back to 2s, any 2s.
No lie, I swear to God, the first time I did that, I effed up, and I felt like the biggest jackass. I think I forgot 5 or 4.
Well, they'll call you out.
And they called me out. They wanted to crucify me on the cross.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, stop everything. What did I miss? And sure enough, because that's when I was paper log, I said, that's it. We're going to go hit the 4s. And then some guys went, what about the 3s then, for crying out loud? Like, oh my God, you're not going to make anybody happy here.
we're running 3s with people that drive trucks.
Or only those with a vowel at the end of your call sign.
QRP only.
And yeah, or some people don't know the difference between a prefix and a suffix. I found that out too during this. Some people, the activator was like, I hear something, you know, and then you get some jackass who has, like, for instance, I think I hear an alpha call. Then all of a sudden, some jackass, Whiskey 1 Foxtrot Yankee Golf, is throwing their call. Yeah. That's not what he asked. Are you not listening? I mean, that's a true
calls only. Kilo calls only.
Yes. What the hell? Are you not listening? Turn up your hearing aid or do something.
There was the guy in Georgia. He was scolding people whenever, like, you know, I'm looking for 0 calls, and then Whiskey 1 DED, and there's like, that's not a 0 call. And he's like, well, can you he's like, no, I'm not going to take you. And I'm just like, don't explain it to him. Just work him and get him out.
You want to hear what was really funny? Last night, I hear guys running the numbers, and the call sign comes from Florida. And someone called it out saying, "You're in Florida. That's Forland." And the lady said, "No, it's not. My call sign's a 1 call." And he ended up working her, I think, just to shut everyone up, keep it moving. But I'm laughing my ass off. Somebody took the time to go to QRZ or whatever to look up that call sign, just to call somebody. Like, really? Come on. Is this what it's come to? Come on.
What YLs only? Let's start with the YLs.
I knew it was going to happen. There, got it first. Please copy.
Heard a lot of that. You always hear it, especially during field day.
Yeah,
ARRL field day. There's a lot of that.
Only 42 votes in the poll, but it's pretty slanted.
But you know, I answered no in the poll. I'm just going to tell you. But in all actuality, I think it's a good idea. You're doing some structure, right? I personally don't like it because I have a short attention span. That's just like when there's.
If you personally don't like it, then why would you run it? Why would you do it?
I haven't done it.
But you just said you would.
No, I said I think it's a good idea.
You think it's a good idea, but you wouldn't do it.
With the activator or the station that's calling people out for, you know, hey, this ain't your turn. I'm kind of like Kyle. I'll just kind of sit there and listen to the drama there for a little bit, but.
Actually, I wish the activators would just work the pain in the asses. Just get them out of the way. Get them out of the way.
I've heard that happen too.
Then you have so many pain in the asses that it just becomes a regular pileup.
Right.
Regular pileup versus the pain in the ass pileup.
Yeah.
So what level do you want to tolerate, right? Is that what it turns out to be?
Right. It's about your running a pileup is about your tolerance level. It's about learning things about yourself.
Let me tell you something. I swear my training at work has helped me. It has helped me multitask because I know what happens when I'm doing some stuff at work. And I can't get too deep into it. But all of a sudden, somebody does something at work on the radio. Then all of a sudden, somebody else does something. And then sometimes there's a third. And everyone kind of thinks all of their stuff is just as important. And it kind of is. So you really do have for their safety out there in the field, but it's all how you manage it. And I got to tell you though, these activators do a great job with managing it. I give them because I think because let's face it, all 4 of us have done POTA here, plus many, many people in the stream. Doing something like 13 colonies is a huge step up than a regular POTA activation. It really is.
Mhm.
It is just very,
doing POTA is great, right? It gets you most of the skill set running a pileup, right? You learn a lot of stuff, trial by fire, jump into the deep end, whatever metaphor you want to put into it. You learn a lot of stuff about managing a pileup, managing what you can hear, what you can't hear, hearing calls that you've heard before because you recognize the cadence or the fist or whatever the case may be. You're getting all that skill set. But then whenever you're running a pileup, like 13 colonies is probably another level, like you said. The next level on top of that is whenever you go to a foreign country and you run CQ Worldwide or WPX and you become the DX, and it's like literally nothing but a 45-second pileup for 48 hours straight. That is a totally different level. And that's where you take all the things you learned and you combine them into one, and you just try and get through the contest. That is another level on top of that.
First, it's interesting because I'm looking at when I worked the Tango Mike 13 COL. That guy was really good, but there was probably I'm watching my watch. I'm watching the seconds. You're right. It's 10, 15, 20 seconds of just bombardment. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, when it finally kind of slows down or literally stops, he's actually working somebody already. But guess he could hear. He was able to say, or maybe he's notching everybody else out. I don't know how he's doing it.
Well,
God bless him.
You can sometimes learn the experience of the person calling CQ based on when they're pulling calls out of the pileup. If you are hearing somebody, and sometimes it's just, being lazy, but sometimes what I'll do whenever I'm lazy and running a POTA pileup and it's a big pileup, I'll just grab the last guy that I hear. But some guys, they will hear a W2 right in the whole mix of things and try and go back to that W2. It's like, do you want to get the low-hanging fruit first and get those guys out of there? Or do you want to make yourself crazy and try and get a repeat or a refill on every single CQ call? Which then that makes everyone just crazy. That makes all of the chasers crazy because it's like, come on, let's go.
But I will write down 3 to 5 partial call signs.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And sometimes I'll tell them, I'll be like, okay, YVY stand by, AFL stand by, Alpha, the Alpha station, go ahead. You're first. And I again, we all have our little methods of madness, right? And that seems to always work for me. And I like it. As soon as I get them logged into Ham 2K Polo, I'm taking my right hand and I'm taking that YVY and I'm scratching it off my list, so I know I don't feel like a dummy.
I've tried that, but I don't use the pen and paper. So when I tell you to stand by, I'm not going to remember who the hell I said to stand by.
Then you need to work in dispatch with me. You need to work in dispatch because that's how I do.
That's where I started.
Okay, then you know.
20 years ago.
License plates and driver's licenses, you kind of get into that.
I was the shit, dude. They're like, how do you do that so fast?
Well, again, it all depends how the guy is giving it to you too. Like here in Connecticut, our driver's licenses are 9 digits. If you give it to me in a series of 3, I'm going to get it almost every single time. You start playing games, you use crazy phonetics, you're chewing gum, or you got some spit in your chew, in your cheek. It's just, come on. It just kind of gets crazy.
Drive my dispatchers up the walls with using the alphanumerics we commonly use on the radio.
Yeah, cops have a whole different alphanumeric, right?
Bravo? No. What the hell? Boy.
Boy. We had this one girl use peanut butter and jelly, and PBJ was the license plate.
Oh, we had one guy that would just he would use random stuff, and it was never the same. And he was a veteran, you know. I was like, dude, like stick to something.
Hey, either way, we make it work. And once again, to all those activators out there, thank you. No matter what, however you run your pile, all the BS you got to put up with sometimes, I can just imagine these guys when they're all done. They're like, oh, you know, they've got to be like, you know.
I got a funny story. I was watching some police chase on YouTube, right? The Midwest Safety or Blue Patrol or, you know, whatever. And they had the body cam of cop doing the chase, and right there in the front, he had the phonetic alphabet because he couldn't remember what the phonetic alphabet was. So it was right there, front and center. And I was just thinking as I was watching this video, it's like, dude, you can't remember, like, you know, what the phonetic. But again, PB&J.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Kyle, park to park. Misha the Bear says he dislikes the park to park priority. When you work a POTA and you hear the park, do you make them a priority? You make everyone else? What do you do?
Depends. What I do is if there's nothing going on and there's like maybe one or two people calling me, park to parks, yeah. I'll say, hey, hang on, park to park, you know, and I'll work the guy that just called me. But if it's a raging pileup, you're just like everyone else. I don't understand. Like you got 100, you probably got 100 watts in a wire too, just like everyone else, you know. And the park to parks are nice, you know. There's a stat for that, but I don't know. I don't give them preference. Sorry, Did I just make everyone mad?
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna call park to park when I'm in my park and I hear you. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. No.
Yeah, just don't call park to park. Yeah, there you go.
The times that I've done that,
or QRP.
If it's a strong station that's
60 over QRP.
If it's a strong station, I'll do like Kyle said. I'll work whoever I heard first, you know, and then get to them. But if they're down in the noise, that may be the only chance that propagation lets us. I may jump on it a little quicker, but
if you got a pile up and it's 20 people deep and you hear a park to park, you're going to give them priority.
Sometimes I do, yeah, because I like it when they do it to me. Well, I like it. No, not that they're doing it to me personally. I just think
Izzo says part to part.
Oh, I do say part to part, but I don't say QRP anymore. I do not say QRP anymore. I'll tell you once you acknowledge me, I'll say thank you, 10 watts.
See, when I'm in the park, I just call like everybody else. And then once they acknowledge me, I say, I'm also in part number, you know, whatever. I'll give them my part number. And it's entertaining for me because it usually throws them off.
Just they're like, oh, what?
That does. It does, Joe.
They wasn't ready for that.
No, Joe, it does. Because now I have to hit another field.
Yeah, it just screws up the whole rhythm. And
unless Polo, Polo grabs it. He skips
Yeah, because
Joe Brett is not making any friends on the street. Skipping numbers, not acknowledging park to park, not calling park to park. Jeez,
I think things are a good idea, but I don't like them.
So this week, the last few days, I've been using the DXC as my spotting page, and I really like it. I'm not sure what you guys are using, if you're using anything different, but between the DX, the POTA, the 13 colonies, this other special, I really like DXC. It really. I can see the flux. I can see, you know, what bands are open based upon my continent. The flux. Yeah, I guess we all maybe have our own spotting preference page, but
I like using PotaCat.
Okay, so
prime numbers only. We don't know what prime numbers are. I'm sorry, I still haven't learned 62, and I still do not know what a prime number is.
Prime number. I joined the PotaCat Discord. Okay.
Notification.
I saw those guys at Dayton. Right. Went over to the booth. Granted, it was Saturday late. You know, not a lot of people there. Asked what PotaCat was, and the guy like literally just pointed to the sign. and was just like, oh, it's on the sign. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. What is the craze about PodaCat? Tell me what the craze is. Tell me why this thing is the greatest thing since Izzo's El Camino.
I had been using what's the Poda plugin you can put on your Chromium browser.
Yeah.
That where you could pull up the spotting page and QSY your radio just by clicking. Yeah. I'd been using that. So then when they freshly come out with the PodaCat, it was kind of the same idea. It was pretty, and it was working great. Working with my radio good and everything. And then like they got into a series of updates that just screwed stuff up for me, and I just kind of quit using it for a little while. But so now it's kind of like the that Poda plug-in, but it's an application. So it does the same thing as that. But then you have some rig control that may or may not work with your rig. Remote rig control. They got Apple and Android apps now to do the remote stuff. So the remote stuff got me interested, and that was working great. Like I pull it up at the office, and I was making contacts at the office. And then in that series of updates, that broke on me. But and it may work now. But
I heard somebody's going to have to correct me in the chat. I'm sure that everyone will be
happy to
up my rear end. I heard that there was heavily coded on AI.
Absolutely. I don't know that factual, but I do a lot of vibe coding myself. And to me, anybody that can take suggestions and complaints or whatever, bug reports, and push out updates 2 or 3 times a day, or at least once a day, you're vibing it.
Yeah, but here's do you have to install it? So whenever a new version comes out, every single hour, do you have to reinstall that version?
You don't have to. There's a banner that comes up at the top saying, hey, there's a new version, and it gives a short synopsis, little title of what is new. And you can click it, and it installs it, and it's like 30 seconds, if even that, and it's back up and going.
Well, still annoying.
No,
all right.
I'm surprised they didn't want to engage. I'm surprised they just didn't want to engage with you.
And that's
whether you're the famous Kyle or not.
That's the big reason they just pointed to the sign. They didn't have their pitch, right?
The main guy was not there. It was his buddy. I don't know if he was taking a dump or what he was doing, but he was not there. And then, I asked him, hey, why do I want this? Why do I need this? And he was just like, oh, it's a Poda application. I said, what does it do? And he goes, oh, it does a bunch of stuff. And he literally points it to the sign. And I was just like,
well,
I walked away.
It's really trying to be like a Swiss Army knife. And
that's okay. I'm glad that you brought that up because I do not like another rant. Put that damn banner up. I don't like whenever programs try and do too many things. Like, be great at a couple of things, and that's it. Don't try and jam everything into your freaking program. N1MM, are you listening?
Hey, have you tried APRS Prop View yet?
Oh,
APRS
yeah,
what?
Prop View.
Joe, Brett, you should introduce him
Front
to this.
view?
Prop View.
No, tell him to read the sign.
read the sign, buddy.
Here's your sign.
You're gonna send me different ways.
Can you send me a banner or a flyer?
He's gonna send you a hyperlink, and that's it.
Yeah, he's gonna to the homepage.
To the homepage.
What is this? What is going on here?
You haven't been around, haven't you?
Man.
You haven't been around.
You've been camping too much.
Camping with no signal. You've had no signal. No signal on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, how many credit cards you stealing with this program? Holy moly!
Well,
free.
That was the first plan. It was going to have some basic features like your Digipete and iGate and normal stuff was going to be free. Then I was going to put a paid feature of all the analytics and all the stuff. So this is vibe coded. I'll tell you. And
wait a minute, is that you made this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, hang on, time out.
The country bumpkin from Mississippi, yes.
Yeah, I know. Pinch yourself. Go ahead, pinch yourself.
What did you make this in, Claude?
No, I've used a combination. Well, really, it's off Codex, Microsoft Codex with ChatGPT 5.5.
What does this run on, a Raspberry Pi?
It's there's people in the chat's got it running on Raspberry Pis. BeerSnack has it on a Pi. There's a lot of people's got it on a Pi.
Holy moly! Look at you. This is
Mac,
amazing.
Linux,
okay,
Windows.
go. Okay, good.
Baby.
Yeah, keep going here. I'm a little.
Oh my God!
I'm a little blown away here.
You got to go to Team Replay. You got to go to Team Replay,
man. Yeah, so you was talking about focused. So when I put this on GitHub and it started kind of getting out of there, I was getting a lot of feature requests through the issues tab, which that's fine, and so I can keep up with it that way. But there was some features and requests that I turned down because it would have went into the Swiss Army side of an application. I wanted something. I've always used. I've had an APRS digipeater for years here at the house that's low profile, but I've always looked at it on a way to gauge propagation at my antenna, what's happening at my house.
Right.
And so if I came out to the shack and I was like UIV32 or whatever it was, if it had the same 3 or 4 stations that I'm used to seeing on my herd list, then I knew it was just another day on 2 meters. But if I come out here and there was 50 stations on that list, I needed to get on 5.2 and start trying to have some fun simplex.
Whiskey Tango 1 whiskeys on there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the whole idea of the application is doing the is just monitoring propagation at your location. It's got analytics and alerts. We just added.
Where could I download this?
My GitHub page is. We'll get the link for you in a little bit.
Yeah, look, everyone's vibe coding.
Yeah, but let's see. We'll just go to RF. There it is. Dang it!
Just don't bring up your OnlyFans history.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, be careful.
K5VY.
There's the link whenever it goes in the chat. But yeah, so it's got, like I said, all your platforms should be covered, but I run it through Security Bandit just to check the code and stuff, make sure it's not doing any inferior stuff. But I decided to just make it open source and for free, and there's donation links in the application under About Me. Full HTML documentation. If you got questions, check documentation out.
So is all of that, all of the documentation, is that all vibe coded too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I check over it all, but
right.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And as you see, I get this live message. That was another one of my quirks. I'd come out here and look at my digipeater, and I hadn't been out at the shack in 2 weeks. And somebody sent me a message. Oh, it's 14 days old.
Yeah.
So built in with the notification system in this thing, I have it set to where it sends me an email when I get a message. I've got a mobile companion, which is a web UI. It's not an app. It's just so I use Tailscale on my network, so it allows me to remotely, access this, and can reply back to my messages on my phone and keep on going.
Can I request something right now?
Maybe. Can
you do some voiceovers? So whenever I get a message, it's
so it's funny you say that.
Message from Alpha 0 Zulu.
Yeah, but wait, there's
go
more.
down to alerts, and look, you can load custom MP3 and WAV files.
Yeah, you got to do that. You got
included in the next package.
Yeah, you got to
default sounds.
The YBY default.
I would pay a few bucks for that.
That's
I
good.
Think that's awesome.
That's like a cameo. That's a cameo, right?
There you go.
But I've got to show off. This is so. This thing is gotten pretty stable. Issues hadn't come in a while, so everybody that's using it seems to be pretty happy with it. So,
so how long do you think it took you from square one to what you have now with testing and revisions? How many hours have you put into this?
Hours, man. Let's say
lots.
I don't know if I should say hours because I do
days.
this.
Okay,
during
let's
the
measure this in
daytime.
days then.
At this point, it's been about 2 months, at least 2 months, because I've had 29 releases on it since I started, and a lot of that was bug. And I didn't want to be pushing updates out every day, but sometimes I had to because somebody would bring up something that was critical, like something that wasn't working with a certain radio or something, and or whatever it may be. I felt like was kind of critical for the operation of the application. So,
But
I think this is awesome. I think this is a perfect example of someone had a need, had a desire, had time, and sat down and, Joe, you didn't go to school to be a programmer, but here you have this work. Well,
I did. I went to college for 2 years for computer programming, and then I never used it, so I forgot it all.
Okay, I mean that's probably even worse. But I mean, things have changed, right? I took some programming classes in college too, and it was Fortran and COBOL and assembly language, and do I remember anything from my Fortran days? Obviously, no, I don't. Right.
the name of
But I mean, this is the weird ass world we live in now, where somebody with a little bit of technical knowledge can sit down and work their way through with a whole program that does really cool stuff and solves problems, right? Solves a need.
Yeah.
Well, do you know in next year Joe is planning on becoming a heart surgeon too? So he's taking classes right now from the University of Phoenix, and he's watching ER and a few other shows on TV. And
I was taking the test for me.
We feel confident he's going to be a surgeon soon.
Jody, he did stay at a Holiday Inn last night. Is the thing backwards here?
Hang on. Nope.
No.
It just couldn't. It was little.
Oh, okay. It's backwards on my screen.
There we go.
I think this is awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome.
So the one thing that if I don't show anything else about this application, the one thing I want to show is in the latest release. I love eye candy. It's got to be nice to look at, and I've done a couple applications for my workflow and at work, and I'm redoing one now that's been working fine. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just I'm getting tired of staring at the same thing. So I like to have themes, and so I added some themes you can change it to, and that one's really cool. That one's pretty
nice.
But I'm also a sucker for analog meters. So I'm pointing up. Here's the local propagation and regional propagation meters. So I can go to radio theme, and now I've got analog meters that wiggle.
Wow, look at you. Wow.
Yeah, look, they're not just static. They'll wiggle every now and then. And since I did go to school for programming and forgot it all, the one thing that I always treasure in my heart is the AS400 platform.
Oh yeah.
So this removes all graphics and gives you nothing but.
So I want to.
Whenever. That's not all. You can actually use the number keys and the F keys just like you would on the AS400 system.
On the AS400.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
What do you put in the prompt there to say I want the interface to look like an AS400? Is that what you ask it and say?
Yes. This is exactly what I done. And you know what it told me? Well, I can't name it AS400 because AS400 is copyrighted.
Or called it AS400?
It's called terminal green screen. How creative.
Terminal green screen. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
wow.
And literally I was browsing the internet and I seen other UIs and stuff that I liked, and I took a screenshot, fed it to the AI, and I'm like, I want that. And it's like, okay.
That is great.
But yeah, so it's something that started out just something I wanted. I got tired of relying on other people's software, and that wasn't very eye candy. And
yeah,
I just wanted to make something that was kind of more purposeful. And this here too is something kind of kind of new and neat.
Brother Don, thank you. Army Don.
RPG too. Added in watched VHF pass. This actually came from FEP Lab. So Jim, some of you know, he's like, wouldn't it be cool if you could like kind of like Helm Alert, you could put in have an alert trigger for a station that, because he's not, it's not far fetched. Conditions are right and the antennas are at the right height. That me and Jim from here to down around Montgomery could make a contact. I've talked to people simplex on the coast and in Texas before. So yeah.
How many miles, as the crow flies, how many miles are you from Jim?
200 something, I think.
Any mountains, ridge, anything crazy between you?
There's some terrain in between there.
Some terrain, okay.
But this accounts for that. So I put Jim's call sign in. It populates the information. I put in that I want to be alerted on 2 meter FM, what frequency, 219 miles is our distance between each other. And then it shows horizon is 17 miles, target area is 62 miles. So anyway, what it'll do is it takes all that, and if stations start being heard directly by my station that's within the cone of his area around him, then it'll send me alert saying, hey, I've heard some stations to the west and east or so of him, and call Jim up and say, get on the radio, bub.
Wow. That is, I'm blown away, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sorry to surprise you so much, but
I mean, this really puts in perspective that you didn't get all the water out of your tank.
right?
He just redeemed himself, didn't he?
Yeah, like, I mean, I was thinking you didn't get all the water out. I mean, how could you not get that done? And then you throw this at me. This is pretty nice.
Yep. So, and I know, the vibe coding's got, just like Eric says, he's not a big fan of vibe coding, but at least this app solves the problem. It was something I wanted, and I don't have the patience to sit down and manually code. One thing I remember about programming school was, for your test, you had to make an application. You had to code it. And so we had 2 hours to code and then show the teacher that it worked for a passing grade. A simple calculator app in C++, we had 2 hours. It took me every bit of that 2 hours. I done it, but it took me every bit of it. And then there was some other jokers in the class that only played Doom the whole time that they was there. They come in, they're in and out in 15 minutes. And I'm like, it was a little disheartening, thinking if I go into a job interview before or after these guys come through, they're not going to pick the guy that does 2 hours, but
yeah. Well, you found your calling somewhere else.
Right.
My grandfather used to say, the world always needs ditch diggers.
That is true.
But I think as long as you're transparent about it, let people know that it's in the about section that this app was created by me and an AI agent. So not hiding that fact. So
very good. The only thing that I have vibe coded, I'll reveal it here.
Like one of those Doom kids named Claude. Could have been.
Yeah. A little announcement now, housekeeping here about Huntsville. We're an hour and a half into this, and I'm throwing this out here. So we have the cookout on Friday up at the pavilion, at the John Scoble Pavilion. And one of the things that I always fret over is how much food to buy, because I have no idea if there's going to be 50 people show up or 500. So what we did was I, with the help of Claude in an afternoon, put together a sign-up sheet. And I'm not really sure. Maybe I can share my screen. Oh, maybe I need to let me copy the link into the chat. But anyway, there's a sign-up sheet. If you're going to attend the Friday lunch, you got to sign up. If you don't sign up, I'm not buying food for you. And so whenever you sign up, it's going to send you an email. Don't worry, we're not going to send your email to anybody. It's just literally on my Pi on a server in my house. It's going to send you an email. You need to register, and then it's going to send you a QR code. Whenever you get the QR code, you're going to show that QR code on Friday. We're going to scan it to show that you actually showed up, and that's all the food I'm buying. If 150 people register, I'm buying burgers and dogs for 150 people. That's it. So,
you don't want to do wristbands?
No, not going to do wristbands. We're going to do the sign up here. And then if you want to bring something, we've got a suggestion list out there. You can see what others are bringing before you sign up. So let me put this in the chat here. The donations. Don, the donations, what I think I might do is I might send out a mass email closer to the day, whenever, maybe Monday or Tuesday of that week with the QR codes. And then you can donate that way, or we're going to have the QR codes at the pavilion. So Doug, Amateur Radio, and more. This is for the Monte Sano Friday YouTubers lunch at Huntsville Hamfest. If you're coming to the Hamfest and you're going to come up to the mountain, we put on a free lunch at Friday at 11 p.m. or at 11 a.m. But we ask people to donate to cover the costs, and then everything else that we, above and beyond for the cost of the food, we donate to youth in ham radio. We haven't figured out what we're going to donate the extra funds to, but we'll find a cause and donate the extra funds to it. Last year, we donated over $6,000 to the TI program. Not sure if we're going to do that this year, but we'll find something valuable to donate to get youth on the air. So I put the link in the chat. And again, we're going to push this out on Jason's stream on Sundays. I'll put out some notes. We can just get the word out that you got to sign up if you're going to eat. If you don't sign up and you show up. So what we're going to do is we're going to have everyone with QR codes are going to sign up or get in line first. We're going to go down the line and we're going to scan the QR codes. And then, if people don't show up and you're, I buy for 150 and you're 151, you're probably going to get a burger. But if I buy for 151 or buy for 150 and 200 people show up and 50 people don't sign up on the site, you're probably not going to eat. So.
Wow, that's like strict activating, man. You're a strict activator. I like that.
I'm cracking the whip, boys.
You're cracking the whip. No, seriously, I like this. Very, very smart. Logistically,
I just
very, very smart. I like it.
Yeah, last year we ran out of burgers, and the last like 12 or 15 people got like a half a hot dog because they started splitting hot dogs. So I don't want that to happen again. So I just need a count of how many people are going to show there.
Kyle, what you're doing is more than fair. When you look at, and I'm only because of my internal work that I do in the network. You guys bust your asses with a lot of things for that Friday, as well as throughout the rest of the week too. There is no way anybody should be calling BS on this. They should be cooperating or don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a small thing to do, and a little bit of effort on your part that will go a long way on my part to make sure that you get food. And if you register, nobody wants to split a wiener. I mean, splitting wieners, playing a little chicken there, that's one thing. But splitting wieners, nobody wants to split a wiener, especially if they don't have a good snap to them.
Just if it doesn't have a good bun to it.
So I'm asking everyone who is going to sign up here. Let's see. We've got 17 people signed up so far. Let's see. Nope, still 17. I'm just asking for your name, your call sign, your email address, possibly what you're bringing, and then it's got a list of what other people are bringing, and then who has registered. Oh yeah, you're bringing prune juice.
Who's bringing the prune juice?
Jeez.
YVY is bringing prune juice.
I just saw that.
So we can all have a
that's my
bowel
crazy
movement
brother.
after the show.
That's my crazy brother. Oh my God.
That's great.
You know, if Frank makes his beans, I think we'll all be hurting about 6 hours later.
Dave needs the link again. We got to get that thing posted again here.
Here. Oh, I got too many tabs open here.
I got you.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, sir.
There you go, guys. I'll put it over here too.
So anyway, it's always a fun time up there. We have a good time. People bring stuff. You know, last year everyone brought a dessert. You know, we ended up with 4,000 desserts. So I'm asking people, you know, bring something else than cookies.
Norm, your comment got flagged, so I can't show it on the stream. But
it was weird that Kyle refused to split them lengthwise, sir, when they got a 3-1 share. 6-inch.
Is it easier, Kyle, just to send funds? Send the funds. Easy on the desserts. I know everybody wants to do, but isn't it sometimes easier just let you coordinate the food, desserts?
So, yeah. I mean, sometimes what we'll do is I will probably, you know, I'm going to go to Costco Thursday night, and I get burgers, I get dogs, I get a bunch of onions. We saute onions. I'm going to get a bunch of bacon so we can have some bacon burgers. And if I find some things as I'm roaming around the aisles that I can heat up quickly or put in a crock pot or whatnot that will feed the masses, I'll go and grab, you know, some of the stuff for the sides. But we just ended up with bags and bags and bags of desserts and cookies and whatnot. And a lot of it got thrown away. I just hated whenever we decided to leave and go get dinner, like, you know, at 6 p.m., everyone was kind of like just mingling around and we're holding up cookies, and they're like, who wants all of these cookies? And nobody wanted them, and they went in the trash. So I just don't want that to happen this year, where we're just throwing food away. You know, let's bring some sides, because, you know, towards the end, the people that were getting a half a hot dog, literally they just got a half a hot dog. That's the only thing that they got. That was the only thing on their plate.
I like it. I like this idea.
So anyway, so the interface, I vibe coded that. Claude got a couple of things incorrect, but you know, all in all, I liked how it turned out. I've noticed that things that are vibe coded, they all have kind of the same look.
Yeah.
So I probably should have told Claude to make it look different, but it is what it is. So
it looks nice and it works.
It works. It's functional.
Yes.
So yeah, Admiral Snack Bar, $40 trip turned into Costco. Usually I think last year I spent $600 on food. But, you know, we turned that around pretty quickly. But yeah, I'm assuming if I'm going to cook, or Noel's going to cook for 130 people, 140 people, I'm sure that Costco bill is going to be every bit of $800.
Yeah. And while we're talking about, not to take away from Kyle's, but talking about Huntsville, I haven't seen Jeff in the chat, I guess because he's already got his shirt, but the store has been revamped and restyled. Last week was 25% off. Now it's 20% off. So, but anyway, there's a few new designs for this year. If you want a yearly annual Huntsville T-shirt.
Wait, it doesn't have the year on it?
Dude, you know, I've been getting flack about that. And
you're getting flack right now.
And yeah, I was, you know, I didn't want it to be limited to the year. If you wanted, because all the old style, see, 2023 is still there. But maybe you like that style for this year. And so anyways.
But you can always add that yourself on the sleeve or something. That's the beauty of this. You can customize it.
Yeah, well, let's try that.
I'm getting covered up.
Yeah, take my comment down there, Izzo.
All right, we'll do that. Boom. Sorry, Kyle.
Let's try this customized because I had a guy.
Yeah, Eric's got a good idea. Put the year on the sleeve.
Yeah, I had a guy email me, and he was made a comment that he was going to just add the year to it.
With a Sharpie.
Yeah, but see, like when you put it, if it doesn't have,
He's the same guy who was complaining to Kyle. You know that about the trivia. Like,
Probably was.
I'm sorry, Joe.
So the problem is how he pointed it out. Like if you put the date, you can do different text or whatever. But if the text tool on this shop does not have the option to put a border around the text, so it doesn't look good if you put it on top of the graphic. It doesn't stand out, so you'd have to kind of put it off where there's nothing behind it. And I didn't realize that when I done those designs. I thought maybe that was pretty basic to be able to put a border around. You could get creative, and we could duplicate it. And
well, go to the bottom there to your side view, and that's where you can put it on the arm.
Yeah, put it on the arm.
You could do that. I think it adds a couple of bucks to it though when you do that. So
oh, here we go. See, now someone's going to complain. So what? You know, what do you want? Do you want a $10? This is not a $10 T-shirt. $10 T-shirts. Come on.
Yeah, you got options. So anyway, that's what we got.
And you can change the font too. You can make that 2026 any font you want.
Yeah. So anyways, I just want to remind folks because that's next month, so it may take a couple weeks for these to ship to you, at least a week probably. But
get your orders in, guys. Get your orders in.
Get your orders in. One thing I wanted to call out, wanted to thank Steve. Steve's going to provide the Blackstone again this year. So thanks, Steve, for bringing your Blackstone. Appreciate it.
I got a feeling his microphone's not working.
Yeah, I think.
No. Yeah.
So everyone, whenever Noel is cooking behind the Blackstone, go over and thank Steve for providing the rolled steel for us to cook on.
No, thank her first, and then thank Steve. The most important thing.
Couldn't do it without those two.
There's two designs that has 2026 in it. So I'll do better next year. Sorry.
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 It's calling you out. Mike says Kyle should let anyone with the correct year on their sleeve cut ahead. That's what we should run it like a pileup. Maybe. Oh, that's what we should do. I got a great idea. What we're going to do is we're just going to put everyone in the back, right? And you call your call sign out. And whenever we call your call sign, you can come up and get in line. How about that?
I like that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Jody, I just got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll look through those. Jody's doing all my work for me. We might have to revitalize the trivia. Yeah, line up by the numbers like Southwest.
I'm with Don, and we'll start.
No,
with
you know what's
$5.
going to happen. 4 land's going to be the longest line. We know it. We know it, right, Steve?
Well, we're going to roll down the just like in a pileup. We're going to roll down and be like, okay, 0's in the front, 9's in the back, and you're going to get a 9. That's number 3, and you're just like, dude, you're way in the back. You're a number 9.
But you're number 3.
I didn't know you were doing it by numbers.
but you're number 3 in the 9 line. So that's it's all how
Well,
you
I didn't know
promote it.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
all
know. Well, get back in the back of the line. Well, can't you
7.
just let me get my food now? No, get back in the line.
Make them all bring their HTs and then work
Jason,
on
thank you.
split.
Oh my God, working split.
Start yelling 2 up, 2 up,
2 up.
CQ, CQ.
Everybody will be
Montesano
dropping
cookout, 2 up, 2 up.
them.
Then you can't hear the activator anymore because everybody's yelling, "It's 2 up."
That's what we should do. We should do the first 10 people. Doesn't matter if you registered or not. The first 10 people, we're just going to do an eyeball QSO with a pileup. God, wouldn't that be that would just piss everyone off. I mean, not only is parking going to be a situation. Parking was a situation last year. So
Yeah.
just word to the wise, if you're going to show up, you might as well get there early and spend the whole day in the park, pay the fee to get in, and get yourself a decent parking spot. Because that was another thing we heard. I can't believe that the park, didn't get on us about the parking, but parking is a little bit of an issue. So if you can carpool with your friends or park outside of the park and do a little thumb hitchhiking, could be a good deal.
I'll be on the scooter. Save a little space.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the truck and drop everything off and then go back.
Right back on the scooter with me.
Right back on. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on tight.
I'll let you have
Hold
the seat.
on tight. So, yeah, we do buy up the entire park that weekend.
Yeah, Part's been pretty good to us. So I have to say.
I think a lot of that is probably Julian.
Yeah.
He kind of sweet talks and says, "Hey, these guys are okay," because what other, I'm sure that they've got events there that bring in tons of revenue too. But I mean,
events all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, we're bringing in dollars for the park, right?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's the quote of the night.
No.
Do you know how many people you could get in the back of an El Camino?
And I was going to give that guy props on a video he did with his Reliance antenna. But maybe I'll still give props, but not to him, just to the antenna company.
I mean, there's a lot of people you can put in that.
You could.
Especially, yeah.
Well, back in the old days, that's how everybody was. You go to a drive-in movie theater, you pack everybody in the back.
I mean, if they have a mullet on Friday, you let them in the cab, right?
Well, and mullets go to the line too. On Friday's lunch, if you have a mullet, you go to the front of the line too.
Of course.
What about the corduroy jeans?
Oh my God, corduroy jeans. Oof. I had a lot of colors.
Okay, I'm going to make this statement now. If you dress up as Izzo in the 70s, you're going to the front of the line. You show up dressed as Izzo.
But still have your QR code.
You need to register.
Jody's got it. Mullet fast.
You're going straight to the front of the line. I will make an effort to walk around and see if anybody's dressed up as Izzo.
The poor soul that has no idea about it was like, "What? Why am I going to the front of the line?"
I don't know if I need to start throwing this out here this question. Last year, Jason always takes like site 50, I believe, where that's right across from the bathrooms.
Uh-huh.
And last year, I would take 48, which is the next site down on the same side. Last year, I went in the day that I got there, or maybe it was the day after, and said, "Hey, I like to reserve site 48 for next year." And they're like, "Oh, this site is reserved already. And I'm like, the site is reserved. Who reserved it? And I was like, what's going on? It's like, well, we can't tell you that, sir. I'm just like, no shit. But I'm just saying it. So I got site 46. Well, then I learned that Alabama state residents can reserve campgrounds or campsites 11 months in advance. So I don't know who has site 48.
Jim? Is that Jim?
Well, I don't know who has it, but
Jim stays in the cabin.
They're in a rude awakening if they're not part of the ham radio group.
Oh my God. Are you going to be stalking? Are you going to be stalking?
No, we're just
Kyle?
loud and obnoxious at 2:00 in the morning.
They're going to be surrounded.
Well, they're going to get their ham ticket one way or another. They're going to.
So if you have site 48 at Huntsville up at on the mountain, I hope that you're a ham radio operator. And I hope that you don't care about your sleep, because everyone will be loud and obnoxious until we're loud and obnoxious past curfew, because everyone around there is up and at the campground or at the campsite.
When Jason and everybody else goes in the camper to go to bed, there's still a crowd out in the driveway.
Still hooting and hollering. Yeah.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before. Is there's gonna come a time where we're not gonna get a spot up there. Like, we're gonna have to go down to find another park or something. Park at the Cracker Barrel. I don't know.
What do you mean? You just reserve it the week or the day that you get there for the next year.
Yeah, you can try. But last year I done that, and there was only 4 left.
Oh,
the
really?
day of check-in. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, but can you do 28, and then next year you do? So you work 2 years ahead. Will they take 2 years ahead? No, just 11 months, or wherever, or depending on your.
Well,
residence.
11 months for
the residents.
For
Alabama, whatever it is, Alabama residents can do a month longer than non-residents can.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Here's
getting there on
parts.
Wednesday, and I'll probably try and reserve, the Wednesday that I get there. But again, Joe Brett, you're totally right. We might not be able to. There will come a time whenever somebody in our group can't get a campsite.
Yeah.
Did you tell them? Do you know who I am?
I've asked Julian if he could have some camper hookups installed in his yard.
Dude, bring Pixie with you. They're going to look at Pixie, and they're going to
Pixie not this year.
But no.
Pixie had a rough year last year.
Bring him to the registration.
Oh, 2 years ago?
If you brought him to the registration desk, you know what's going to happen. Oh, how cute! What do you need? They're going to forget all about everything else.
She's out.
No, she's out.
She's like, F you.
She doesn't want to hear my story about dude wipes, does she?
With dogs?
No, I had an incident with a dude wipe.
Whoops.
No.
Did it get stuck somewhere?
No. July 4th, we had torrential. We had 2 big storms come rolling through here. We were busy in the fire department, the whole 9 yards, right? I left the tarp. So I have one of those flip-flop tarps on the back of my truck, in the panels. And in between the fire calls, I left one of the panels open over by the tailgate. And when storm number 2 came rolling in, which was the worst in the amount of rain, the bed of the truck filled up. So Sunday morning, I took everything out, and I used the shop. Well, I put my driveway's kind of on an angle, so I let all the water out. I had to bring everything out. I'm now running water. What do you call the bags? All my POTA stuff got wet. I dried it all off properly. I'm now running those waterproof bags. I found them.
Yeah.
But I'm pulling everything out, and my package of dude wipes is sitting in the driveway in the sun, along with other things. And we have a busy neighborhood because of summer. And this little kid is walking by with his mother and father and the dog. And the kid says, "Look, Daddy, he has dude wipes just like you." And I gave the kid the thumbs up. Well, for some reason, they didn't think that was funny. I didn't say anything. All I did was give the thumbs up. And somehow they gave me the look as if I was a bad man.
Well, because the kid was calling out his
the
dad
dude wipes.
who's got the dude wipes.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's happening to some of the younger generations, but something, grow a set and have fun and laugh.
Well, they don't have hemorrhoids, so they don't understand.
Well, that's not for hemorrhoidal purposes of why we use the dude wipes.
Oh, sorry.
You know why we use dude wipes? For a clean, for cleaning. Your undercarriage is one of the most important things on your body to keep clean. We've acknowledged that. That's why they're made. That's what.
Nobody likes a itchy butt.
No, not your dog and not you. So, and when your dog sees you rubbing your ass across the front lawn, you know what happens. He's like, "Dad,
my dog has got a self-cleaning butt, which I wish I had."
Ain't that amazing?
My dog can have the worst diarrhea, like you wouldn't believe, because she's got GI issues. That butt is clean.
Really? Wow. Well, that takes years and years of what do you call it? Dogs evolving. So the dog's anus has evolved into a wonderful.
We're vibe coding things that in the ham radio world, but we can't seem to figure out how to clean our butts.
Correct. That's why the bidets and the dude wipes are doing so well. Think about it.
Hey, I have tried a bidet. It just doesn't get the job done.
Is the water not warm enough? Is that the issue?
The water is boiling hot.
Okay, well then maybe that's the issue.
You got to pat it dry, right?
Okay, well that's what they make a towel for.
I need a fire hose down there.
Holy cripes! What the hell are you eating?
Sticky rice.
Sticky rice. A lot of chicken. A lot of chicken.
Holy shit!
What y'all bring the show to?
Okay,
hey,
I gotta go.
You know who I worked on 20 meters?
Who?
Morocco. Charlie, November 8, November Oscar Alpha was calling CQ on 20 meters. And I'm like, that's someone down in the islands, Gulf of Mexico, whatever. You know what I mean? Gulf of America, whatever. Somewhere down there. I looked it up. I'm like, that's Morocco. I'm like, holy cripes. Threw my call sign out. Bang. I don't know what he was using for antennas. I didn't look. Maybe his QRs are paid. Maybe he has one of those, $40,000 antenna farms. But regardless, beautiful signal, made me happy like I was a kid again. And then I worked Janice, Sugar 5-1 Delta X-ray. I started working him on 5 watts because everybody, you always work him. You always tell, to me he's like your Joe's APRS count. I can judge the band conditions, how well I could hear him, right? I said this time I'm not going to work him on 50, and I'm sure as hell I'm not going to work him on 100. Took that 7300, brought it down to 5 watts, and he acknowledged me. He had a hard time hearing me a little bit. I kicked it up to like 10, 15, but still, it was fun. It was fun to work him on low power. So, a lot of fun things to do in this hobby, guys, instead of getting angry at activators and who run by the numbers or whatever. There's a lot of fun things going on in this hobby. So,
it's always cool whenever you work somebody overseas or from a weird country that you don't know where it is. There was I worked a guy, I don't know what contest it was, but middle of Africa, have no idea what the country was, can't remember, but started with a Q and a V, I don't know what the call sign was, but looked it up, middle of Africa, I was like, geez, I didn't even know that was a country. So
yeah. And it's always fun. It's always like your first time when you first got licensed. It's always fun. Yeah. That excitement is in the air. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a longtime friend of ours, to everyone's. K5ATA is now back home. He's going to be working in the classroom probably August, September. He's been posting some pictures on social media. If you don't follow him on Instagram, Twitter X, go check him out. I'm expecting this channel to come back alive unless there'll be another revision or whatever. But he's going to be doing some stuff with his Padawans. And I know me personally, and I know a lot of others are going to looking forward to supporting him with getting the youth in his area get going. Maybe give some inspiration to others to do something similar or the same as what he's doing. So to our brother Steve up there, we love you. I miss you that you're not here in Connecticut anymore. You gave
Mississippi got him back.
You gave the excuse 2 times for me to get up to Newington and say hello to you up in Newington. But anyway, I know through the social mediums we'll still be connecting, and I'm sure we'll have him here on the show sometime in the fall after he makes his rounds with all the big boys. But man, we are excited to have this guy back, have him back producing videos and home with his family, and more importantly, having fun. The most important thing is having fun. So thank you, Steve. And there's Mr.
Yes.
Pix.
Here's the Pixinator.
The dog with the cleanest butt. There you go. Man, that's a first in 5 years.
There's her butt.
Jeez.
Right.
Sorry.
Kyle, anything
show.
else? Kyle, anything else as we go around the horn, wrapping it up? Anything
Sorry.
else? Anything
No,
else,
I'm
Kyle?
good.
All right.
I'm good.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on tonight. Steve, you just want to wave to everybody?
Everybody hopes to hear you next week, Steve.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you can run the show next week because you'll have everything fixed by then. You could do it. Joe, Brett, and I are going to sit, and we're just going to,
Show ends, we go back to green room. We can all hear him.
Joe, Brett, what do you got going on? Anything?
No, I'm gonna take a break from screwing up radios, and I'm gonna be looking for a water heater for the camper. That's what I'm gonna do. Waiting for Kyle to release his video on how to stuff them out.
A lot of swearing in that video.
I got a whole bunch of time off that I'm taking, and I'm doing some local projects I'm working on. But I hope, and finally, we just need some sunshine. Just waiting for this rain to get the hell out of Connecticut and everything.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, what's behind all the rain is 85-degree temps. It was 85 degrees today. It was great.
I left work. My temperature in the car said 79. I was like, dang.
Yeah, it was. It was actually pleasant today in St. Louis. It's been pleasant for the last couple of days.
I shut off the air conditioning today. I opened up the windows, but then the rain came. But still, though, it was just one of the. But the mugginess is coming in. I can feel it. But I just want some sunshine so I can go operate and play some. All my POTA stuff is dried out. The wet bags are, and I ordered some new wet bags so I can reorganize myself, and I'll never have this problem again. So, anyway.
Cool. Be looking for me this weekend. IARU is a big worldwide contest. I'll be on the air, and
what mode? What mode?
Well, actually, it's all mode.
It's all mode, okay.
Other than digital, it's single sideband and CW.
Gotcha.
So I'll be at the contest station all weekend, and also WRTC, the Olympics of Ham Radio, is this weekend. So if you hear, I don't know what the special event calls. Somebody needs to remind me what the special event calls are, but there are WRTC special event calls, and I think the operators pick them 30 minutes or maybe an hour before they get on the air. So, yeah, a lot of activity this weekend.
Steve,
Can you
I like
all
that
organize
idea.
an event called 13 YouTubers?
I like that idea.
You know, I kind of miss when Eric used to have a list on his website, N1JUR, of the list of YouTubers that he wanted to work. And
Oh, really?
yeah, I think he's hidden that since people found it. But
Maybe we need to do, that's a good idea. Maybe we need to organize some type of, if we can get all the YouTubers to get on the air on a certain weekend, and you try and work all YouTubers and see who can work. I don't know. That's a good idea.
Where do you send the logs to?
Steve.
Joe Brett will make an AI checker.
I'll have it done in a couple days. Expect updates.
All right, we're gonna put a bow on this and say everybody have a fun week. If you still have your 10 fingers and all your senses are all working, that means you survived July 4th. We're glad. And everyone, and continue it going. Summer's not over. Summer's just starting. We're keeping it going, having safe, playing radio, and being good people. So thanks everybody, and we'll see everybody next week.
73.
So everybody. I still want to know who this guy Claude is.